I came to Colorado again because I was very, very jealous of the other grandmother that was getting to see my grandchildren, and I wasn't. I was stuck out in California, so I had to get out here. So eventually, I got into uh, Boulder County, where I had been in Denver County, and I have found that this is such an open, beautiful place to live, and with um, Project Hope helping me when I first had to move in here, a lot of people are very nervous and they have to get rid of things that were in a house and they go into a depression, you know? And I was one of them. And Project Hope got me in touch with, a professional, and I had about 10 weeks with her or something like that. And I was all right after that. And so it just started right up when I got here and the moving in and everything. Um, Being around other seniors is a lot happier experience than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was not going to be very happy, but this uh, experience in Boulder County here is especially good. You have your choice about Meals on Wheels, whether you want to take a ride out, little jitney they have, and have it every day. And I had a friend who was a card player, and she'd wait and have a card game after, her lunch there. But I just have Meals on Wheels here because physically I was going down and losing a lot of weight. My appetite was gone, and so when I had Meals on Wheels, I was able to uh, tell them that I couldn't have milk, and they're very good about watching your diet for you, and that has worked out very, very well for me. And just yesterday, I was at the doctor's, and I forgot to tell them that, you know, I wasn't going to be home to receive my meal. And they actually called me and they said, well, to my daughter, we've been worried about your mother because we knew she just came out of the hospital. And so there was all this personable thing going on between uh, Project Hope, which is in part of or helping out on Meals on Wheels.
And how much do you think, if I can interject, so I'm Linda, and I am her daughter, and this is Lily, and so I want to add something here about like, the personable part. The Project Hope, I think one of the big successes for the Project Hope has been that it has felt so personal, that the support they've given has been so exactly what you needed, not more than you needed, because you're fiercely independent, and you want to stay independent, and it has provided that because you've let a housekeeper come in that they found the right fit of a person. So when you think of Beverly or Mary Lou and the personable part of the success of Project Hope, what does that mean to you?
Well, I guess it means everything. When someone hears you, it's rare. I'm sorry, but sometimes it is rare.
Excuse me.
But anyway, I did have someone that heard me, and she was consistent. They didn't have to have other people. She was consistent there on the job, and I felt that she knew me, and she cared, and she worked with the family very closely, and that was really appreciated by my 3 kids.
Well, hugely, because I don't think I could have done nearly as much as I've been able to do to help you if I hadn't had their support. So ironically, I think ironic is the word, I've been able to do more to help you because of the help they've provided. And I think John and I have felt, and Jamie, that all 3 of us as your kids felt supported in ways that we wouldn't have known how to do otherwise.
Yeah, well, the one in California sometimes needed a connection, a direct connection, and he felt free to call Project Hope himself, you know. So that worked out a lot better for him. He did come out when I was in the hospital. So, anyway, I think the personable part is very heavy, and I certainly had it with the lady in Project Hope that was in charge of me, sort of. I guess that's the way you say it.
Because that was good. I think speaking to what part of the personable part has supported you, but I think also speaking to like the things that you knew that you couldn't have gotten without it. You know, the card that you'd written about your hearing aids.
Oh,
They
yeah.
knew because they knew you. Talk of the specific kinds of things that came from that, like the respite care, and you know when I was going to go away, that they always had some kind of a lift of what they were going to provide. Your hearing aids, to open the world back up for you, the way that you had said that in the card. You know, speak maybe to some of that. Okay, all right.
Yeah, I was missing a lot of what was going on around me because my hearing was going down. And so the children were talking about how they could afford to maybe get one hearing aid or something, you know. And even that was pretty expensive. So Mary Lou, she put in for me to get like hearing aids, and they don't have the money in the budget every year or anything like that, I don't think, but they were able to do over 20 people, I think, or about 20 people to get hearing aids. And
she had resources, like she knew where to go within Boulder County. She had so many different resources of support of where to go find the right kind of hearing aids for mom, and how to work with my mom's medical insurance and what could that look like. So it was a good combination of using all the resources that were available.
yeah,
Don't you think?
yeah, the hearing aids has been just a tremendous help, really.
Well, and I think looking at the fact that in the my mom will be 87 next week, and in the 53 years that I've known her, I have been very surprised at how happy you have become in the last 10 years, that you have actually become healthier and happier
Yeah,
because of, you know, some of what you've been able to get from Project Hope and feeling heard in ways that you never felt heard before.
yeah, I feel cared more in this 10 years. I don't know how. Even my children seem to be closer to me. You know, it's it's a good age, 86 going on 87.